Hi there guys, I'd like to start including some different types of videos in my scheduled programming, and this is going to be one of them. I'm going to call it something like Talking Point, where I raise a question and I'd love to know your thoughts on the subject. The reason for that is that it's not that I'm getting bored with the pedal demo format, it's just that you have to understand the companies aren't sending the products to me and they're not paying me to do something, so I'm basically advertising for free for these companies. And I'm selling something to you. You don't want to be sold something, and I don't want to make a public information video. So I'm not sure there's a lot of longevity in the concept. Plus, I think that the days of that kind of thing on YouTube have kind of come and gone. It's peak pedal saturation right now, and so I'd like to start including some other forms of video, and this is going to be one of them. So the first thing I'd like to discuss is the future of bar or pub music. I feel very fortunate to have lived in an era and a place where I can make a living playing, bars. I could do other things. I could do some weddings. I don't really enjoy them particularly. Some people make some better money playing weddings. And of course, there's various other things you can do. Session playing, festivals, there's loads of different places. And I don't think all of them will cease to be in the future, but I'm less confident about the future of music in bars. And the reason for that is people's changing attitude towards music. And I'm talking particularly about young people, and I've asked quite a few of them over the last few years, when I'm saying young people, I'm talking about Gen Z or Gen Z, however you want to pronounce that, and younger. And you ask them, what's your favorite type of music? They invariably go, well, anything really. They're not really invested in any one genre. It's just kind of a wallpaper to their lives. I'm not saying this is necessarily a bad thing, it's just that their interests lie in other areas. I think Rick Beato covered this with his daughter, who's far younger, and her generation aren't particularly interested in music, as of right now. But I can't imagine that they're going to grow up to be, given that it's roughly the same type of environment that Gen Z have experienced. We're not really moving on in terms of musical style. It used to be that there were very short-lived cultural phenomenons, punk, rock and roll. These things would come and go, and people would identify with that and say that this is the thing that best represents them and where they were in their lives. And then later on can look back with fond nostalgia on that era. I don't see the same thing happening with younger generations. Now, the problem with that for pub music is that as of right now, you've got maybe a handful of boomers in a pub, and then some Gen X, and then me in the middle. I'm a millennial. I'm right at the start of millennial. If I was any older, I'd be Gen X. So right now, Gen Z are the kind of youngest cohort in a pub. But going forward about 20 years, I'm going to be the oldest in a pub. The boomers, your desire to go for a wall-to-wall vomiting session decreases with age, I would imagine. And also it's been shown that the younger generation are less interested in going out and drinking anyway, and are likely never going to have enough money to call it expendable. So at some point, they're going to become the largest percentage of pub patrons. And if they don't have a desire to watch live music, what happens to it? I don't think that it will cease to be. I think there will be things like weddings, certainly festivals where you go and celebrate the famous person. I think those will continue to exist. But like I say, I think that the days of making a living from bar band stuff or even solo things, I play solo to backing tracks, doing some social clubs and that kind of stuff as well as straight up bars. I think the days of that are numbered. So my question to you guys is, and please post in the comments section, do you have live playing experience? Have you noticed a change in the audience's attitude towards music during your tenure doing it? Do you think that there is the potential to make a living going forward, say 20 odd years from doing bars and just lower level gigging? Like I said, I don't think that things like festivals and weddings and that kind of thing will disappear altogether. I think there will be some demand for that, but My fear is that my bread and butter, these smaller venues, might be consigned to history. I hope you guys dug the video. I hope that I'm not alienating my current subscribers. That's not what I wish to do. But I do feel the pedal demo format is stagnating somewhat, and I just want to mix it up a little bit. So I think this could be kind of fun. You know, we've got a nice little community of players here, and I'm always interested in your thoughts on various subjects. I'll see you guys in the next video. Later.